YouTube open as well? Or hello, everyone. We're just sorting out a bit of an echo.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's heaps better.
Yeah, I did have YouTube open. I didn't think it was active.
I can still hear it, actually.
Let's see. What else I've got open?
Oh, look at you promoting it on your channel. Hello, everyone in Facebook world. And we are live there. I've got a comment about my piping bags that are on there. And now I'm just going to put StreamYards at the end so I can spot. Yeah, there's still an echo. I don't know why.
If it's no good, I'll bug out.
No, I don't want you to depart.
I can't hear it, but
no, it's stopped now.
Stopped, has it?
Just as long as if you've got YouTube open, just mute it.
No, I don't have it open. I've shut it now.
Yeah, okay.
Got nothing else open.
Might just be in your lovely kitchen cooking in there.
It's in the B&B. It's a bit empty, maybe.
No, it's good. I think it's awesome. So, what are you cooking today, Janelle?
I'm cooking my dad's bread rolls, which are very famous in our family. No one can cook them like Dad, but, we'll give it a go. And
is it a secret recipe, or would you be able to share it and I could put it under this video later for people?
No, I can share it. He won't mind. Because no one can still do it like him anyway.
Well, I feel like I'm cheating a bit on the bread thing because I'm doing a keto bread mix that I got in like a subscription box for keto-friendly things. And the one thing when you go keto is you miss bread. So who knows? It's got almond meal, hemp seed meal, psyllium husk fiber, chia seeds, hemp seeds, a raising agent, and then a heap of other shit and some Himalayan salt. So that's good.
A heap of other shit.
It contains tree nuts and fish.
Fish.
Oh, that's the marine collagen peptides. Hey, Ruth, welcome. And what's the second thing? We're being very ambitious today. This is going to take me, this bread. How long do your bread rolls take to cook?
About 12 minutes, but I've got to rise them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this says that it needs to cook for about 50 minutes. So I've already got the oven on ready. And what's the second thing you're going to make?
This is keto worthy. It's Mum's crackers, so seed crackers.
Yum, awesome.
Yes.
And is it all seeds that you just bake?
Seed and almond meal.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And I'm going to add some parmesan.
Yum. Well, I'm doing a sweet thing, and I feel like I'm cheating because you know that I like to bake from scratch, but because I've gone keto, a lot of what I've been baking I've had to pass on to other people. But these also came in my subscription box, and they're chocolate cupcakes with chocolate frosting.
Cool. I look forward to the frosting bit.
Yeah, well, we were chatting just before about whether I'm going to try and pipe the frosting, and I am. I mean, we'll probably be live for a couple of hours because the bread alone is going to take 50 minutes to cook. There's quite a few people, I think, watching over on Facebook. So good to see people there and also everyone in StreamYard. So I'm going to start getting the bread ready because that's the...
I just dropped an egg on the floor.
Oh.
Hang on, I just got to go and pick it up. Oh, shit.
Egg down. All right, well, I'm going to get started. So this is More Life's Keto Bread Clean Treat Mix, and I'm preheating the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. And the first thing I'm going to do is put this in a bowl and start mixing. So, yeah, I ran through the ingredients before, but it's basically gluten-free, dairy-free, and refined sugar-free. So we'll see how we go. So I've just got a little of 3/4 of a cup of extra hot water. So I did boil the kettle before. That would be... Oh, I just like the colour of this because I saw that it had hemp. I wondered if it was going to be green. And collagen. Anyway,
I made this dough 2 hours ago per Dad's instructions.
You're organised. So tell us about the dough. What did you do?
That's got 2 cups of flour. Has it? No, 4 cups of flour. 4 cups of flour, 2 cups of water, yeast, salt, olive oil, and that's it.
Nice.
And I did this in the Thermomix because I'm a cheat.
I was going to ask you if your Thermomix was. I wondered if you were going to package it up and take it to your Airbnb to do it. You definitely have much better reception at the Airbnb, by the way.
Yeah, NBN.
Right. Although not much Airbnb going on right now, I wouldn't have thought.
No, I've shut it completely.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, this smells good, so that's a good start.
Does it smell like hemp?
No, it smells quite organic-y, and I'm trying to think what it smells like. It's yummy. It's not a hempy, or it might be a bit of a hempy smell actually, but not a marijuana smell. But it's quite an earthy smell. I've added the water, but I'm going to use my hands just to get this properly mixed through because it's quite gritty. So
I wonder if Dad's watching.
You mix all that flour together. Oh, by the way, I'm just wiping my hands on it, but I'm just sending love to the northwest of Tassie. You've got this, guys.
Nice. Love it.
My little shout out to the north. It's one of my favourite tea towels. It happens to be the one that was top of the pile, but yeah. So I'm actually using my hands to do a bit of. Well, it doesn't say to knead it. It just says to mix it well.
Okay. And you have to rise it.
It's nice. It smells like a light sort of rye. It smells a little bit oaty, which is interesting because it doesn't have oats in it. But so how long did your dough have to, did that go in the fridge or did you put it, Glad wrap over?
I actually put it in a container and I've always done that and it seems to rise really nicely.
The trick is in the container.
Dad wouldn't have done it like that.
With some breads, you've got to wrap them in Glad wrap. Other ones need to go in the fridge. Some just sit in a room temperature bowl. Some have to go really close to a heater.
Well, Dad's trick once he has the rolls all in their bowls, he puts them over a sink of hot water to do the final rise.
Oh, okay. Separating 3 eggs because I need to use egg whites in this. I never know what to do with leftover yolks. Like it's easier to do something with egg whites, but yolks a bit different. G'day, Aussie Outlaw. Aussie Outlaws arrived. Cool, a cooking competition, like a drinking competition, but better.
No, nothing's better than a drinking competition.
Exactly. You underestimate me well.
I don't have a wine today.
It's not. No, what's going on?
No, it's terrible. Don't tell anyone. Ruin my reputation.
This egg white does not want to separate from this yolk. For the first time ever in all the years I've been cooking, I've got a white that's just clinging on for dear life to the yolk. What's going on? Do I actually have to cut? There we go, finally. Yeah, I never know what to do with leftover egg yolks.
Oh, my dogs get them.
Oh, that's, true. Biscuit loves a bit of an egg. It's good for their coat.
Yeah.
But, Ozzy, it's not so much a competition because we're making different shit. And I'm kind of cheating. This one's not separating very well either. I feel like I'm kind of cheating because both of my things are out of packets, which is not my style at all. But if this keto bread is good, I'll be really happy.
Oh, Dad told me I should get 12 rolls out of this, and I've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I've actually made them too big. Never mind. We'll have burgers tonight.
Is it likely? Is he going to watch in and go, "You didn't do it right"?
He will be. He'll be on Facebook. We finally got Mum and Dad onto Facebook. You're loving it.
Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have my parents back, but if they were back, I wouldn't be encouraging to be anywhere near Facebook.
Wash my hands.
Yeah, so I've just washed mine as well, and I'm going to have a bit of background noise over here. I've got to make some stiff peaks with my egg whites.
Hold it above your head.
Hey? Yeah, the upside down thing. For people who don't cook very often, when you get a recipe that says you've got to get the egg whites to a stiff peaks form, and who doesn't love a stiffy, hey? But the trick is to lift the bowl upside down and hold it over your head, and if it falls on your head, it wasn't done properly.
No.
Don't know who's over on Facebook, but g'day to anyone over there. There's a few people watching, not a lot of chatting, but that's all right. Just don't want anyone to feel left out. If anyone else is cooking too, you're more than welcome to join us. It could be absolute chaos, but I'm just going to crank this a bit. So do you want to run through what you're doing, Janelle?
I've done the rolls, formed the rolls, popping them onto the tray, and they're going to rise for, I don't know how long, until they're a little bit bigger. And then I'll shove them in the oven for 12 minutes.
Shove them in the oven.
Shove them in the oven. Bun in the oven.
I don't know how this is going to get carefully folded through the mixture. It's quite, I might separate it. I made it a bit like a ball ready to go, but to fold egg whites, I think I've got to break it up a little bit. God for a mixer doing my egg whites. I used to do all of this shit by hand, Nell. I'd do my egg whites, everything with a little hand beater. I've still got it.
Never contemplated getting a Thermomix?
No, I think we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
Wow, it's 5 a.m. and Aussie's chilling. He's going live in a couple of hours. You going to do some cooking, Aussie? Yeah, no, we've talked Thermomixes. I mean, the only reason I would get a Thermomix is because I could make a kilo pastry, but I can't eat that now anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like all the old-fashioned. Like that's one of the things that the cooking shows piss me off is that they do use Thermomixes and stuff like that at cooking competitions. It's like make them make everything from scratch without any electrical appliances except whatever source of heat they need. That's a challenge.
I agree.
Yeah, my mum's egg beaters now. These are I used to stand at my bench for hours to make egg whites.
Love it.
And stuff. I still use it. It says beat an egg.
Yeah. The trouble is now when the power goes off, we can't cook anything.
Hey?
When the power goes out, we can't cook anything anymore.
Well, no. That's why I've got a gas barbecue. We had a blackout the other night, actually. It didn't last very long, but it was interesting because when the lights went out, Biscuit went, meow. Like she actually made a noise. The whole house was just pitch black, and then I lit some candles and found some camping lights and stuff, and when it was all good to go, the power came back on.
That's what I had to do, run around and try and find them. Right.
Now, I'm mixing up rum and something in this bottle. I use do you ever use the little infuser things that make water flavoured?
Yeah. No, I don't actually. I just said yeah, but I don't. No, I don't.
I do. I love it. It's a black currant. I'm not sponsored. Blueberry, apple, and black currant, little twinings.
Nice.
Infused, but they do like a lemon and honey and ginger one. They do a rose one, all sorts of and it just makes when you're drinking 2 litres of water a day.
Yeah.
So I'm just folding in the egg whites. But I forgot to hold over the top of my head, but largely because I wasn't confident I wouldn't end up with it.
Well, it kind of helps if you put sugar in it.
Aussie's
I'm
pretty much.
starting my biscuits.
You're already on your biscuits. Well, mate, you're going to be hanging out with me for hours because this is going to take 50 minutes to cook.
That's all right.
And then my cupcakes, if you want to hang around and see me frosting some cupcakes. Aussie's just
cool bit.
So Aussie's drinking his lives and Jules. I remember how excited you were when you got your KitchenAid. It's my favourite colour. I would have got the pink. Yeah, it's I love it still. And there's a cooking show I've been watching on Netflix, and they've got 3 contestants and KitchenAids, and one of the tables has the blue one like mine. I'm like, I'd be upset if I didn't get that one. This is going to be weird, man, because, it's very – how the fuck do you fold egg whites through a mix that's kind of clumpy and chunky? I might see if my wooden spoon does a better job. But folding's supposed to be really gentle. Uh-oh, we've lost Janelle.
Yeah, I think my kids have invaded the internet and downloading games next door, so I'm just going to go – bloody kids.
You've escaped them by going into Airbnb, and they're still fucking with you, even in a different house.
Well, we have our office adjoined to the Airbnb.
Ah, okay.
So they're in the office. Can't get away.
Oh, so they've gone up there too for better reception.
Yeah. So it'll take them 2 days.
Consistency, fold carefully through. I've absolutely pounded this through. It's so weird. I'm actually going back to hands again because this is so strange. And I've been really hanging out for breakfast. This is really slimy too now. Now that it's got the eggs, it's got that slime. That's the problem with keto things. Like, don't get me wrong, I've found plenty of recipes that you can get crunchy stuff happening on it. But why is so much food that's really good for you slimy? It's so weird. Like it just looks like I've just made a big ball of poo. Can you see that, Mel?
Oh. It'll be interesting, but sometimes when you're on these different ways of life, you're just better off going without.
Yeah, exactly. It's slimy because it's got chia seeds in it, and I've added the hot water, which has made them expand. We just go for like a little cob loaf shape, do you reckon?
Yeah. It doesn't say to pound it flat or?
No, and it's pretty solid.
Oh, okay.
So I've made it into a little cob loaf. I'll show it before I pop it in the oven. 50 minutes though. But I hope you hang around because I'm definitely going to do a taste test. I'm hanging out for it. I'm just going to put lashings of butter on it.
Yeah, just anything. As long as it's hot and you've got heaps of butter, it will all be good.
Well, that's where keto is awesome because they'd be like, smother it. So there it is. There's the little cob loaf.
Yeah, right. It's quite firm. Let's see how big it gets.
Let's see how big it gets. So let's go in. And I discovered I've got a timer on my oven today. So I've set that for 50 minutes. It says bake it for approximately 50 minutes or until the knife comes out clean, allow to cool down and slice. And you can keep it in the fridge in an airtight container for longest shelf life. Delicious.
You can toast it.
It says delicious when fresh or toasted. And, yeah, if I can toast it, it'd be so nice just to have don't get me wrong, even before I went keto, I was used to eating like scrambled eggs and stuff without bread. But it'd be nice to have a bit of bread under it. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So I'll just clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to get on with my cupcakes. So what are you up to? How are your seeds going?
Yeah, it's looking good. I've actually put some garlic granules in it. It smells amazing.
All right. So what have you got? I'll run through the ingredients.
So it's got almond milk. I think that had 100 grams of almond milk. Some seeds. I put in sesame seeds, and also 1 egg. And then the aromatics, I put in the garlic and herbs. And I'm about to put in some, we call it not olive oil, coconut oil.
So what herbs? What herbage in your bickies?
I just put a mixed herbs in. I quickly raced down and got some fresh stuff from down at Unpacked before I came up.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Doing the local thing.
G'day, Marla and Mark over on the YouTubes. My stiff peaks were still moist. Marla loves saying moist. I'm just going to pop the YouTube channel link into Facebook land. So if anyone wants to come to YouTube, and then you can pop the YouTube channel link, just had to mute it. And I'm just going to put this link in Facebook. So if anyone on Facebook wants to jump over to YouTube, you just click on this link. No time at all to make a channel, which you don't need to actually get anything on it. And we can see you in chat. Otherwise, I'll keep popping backwards and forwards. But don't think we don't love you. It's so weird. I can put when I comment on Facebook, my comment ends up in StreamYard. But if somebody else comments in Facebook, I don't get to see it. We've got 18 people watching. G'day, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, there's a few people hanging around with us. So
I've got to roll this out now, Tori.
Nice.
Put it between. This is what it looks like. Can you see?
Yeah, I can. Yum.
So now I have to put between 2 pieces of baking paper and get it nice and thin.
Are you going to use your hands, or do you roll it, or?
My rolling pin. Brought it from home.
Okay, well, I'm going to start getting my chocolate cupcakes mix at least happening. I can't cook them until the bread's done. In a way, I probably should have made these first, and then when they were cooling, made the bread, and then when they were cooled, I could have iced them. So in hindsight,
2020.
But we're just hanging out. I've got nowhere to go anytime soon. See, I've made seed crackers that are keto friendly, and they're literally just filled with water that you just bake for like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Have you ever made
Mum's? Yeah, these are 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I think.
A lot of 12 minutes cooking going on, whereas I've got, I don't know how long these are going to take. 15 minutes. Oh, that's all right. I don't know, 20 minutes.
How thin do I get them? I wonder if Mum's around. Have a look at Mum's message.
I love it. You've got the parental cooking. I've got, we were chatting earlier, I've got my mum's, both of my grandmothers and one of my great-grandmother's cooking books, and I really want to do some really cooking from grandma's kitchen sort of stuff.
Oh, I've got my nan's. We've got our nan's cooking book. That'd be fun.
No offal.
No offal. No.
Awful. Because it's awful. So I've just lined my my muffin tray with cupcake liners. I'm not a proper baker. I don't own an actual cupcake fucking tray. Muffin trays are fine. You can buy a separate one for cupcakes, but I googled this last night because I don't do a lot of sweet baking to see if you could use a muffin tray, and then I learned that as long as your cupcakes don't overflow your little patty pans, then you're fine. So yeah, I've just put these little things in the tray in case anyone's wondering what I was doing. Riveting.
It says 2 mil thick. How do I know what 2 mil is?
Well, it's pretty thin. Like a ruler would probably be about 2 mils thick.
Yeah.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Oh, it's suddenly got really dark here. I think it's going to rain big time, like full on storm.
It's raining here in South Hobart.
Storm. It's not stormy yet.
Yeah.
But there's jet black on the other side, and oh my gosh, it's surf. Crazy surf. I love a rainy day at home as long as the power doesn't go out.
Do you have a fire?
I've got hydronic heating.
Oh, that's right.
Which this week, oh my God, I paid it off. I took out a $10,000 interest-free skills loan, one of those government loans.
Oh, yeah.
Put something environmentally friendly in your house. And I've paid it off. Woo!
Hey, exciting.
Very exciting. So this is 180 cakes, chocolate cupcakes with chocolate frosting. It's going to make 12 cupcakes. There's a little packet of icing, frosting that I've just taken out. And I think I'm about to empty this all into, this.
What's the sweetener in it?
Good question. Oh, my God, the squall's arrived. The gum trees outside are on 45-degree angles now. Sexy weather. I might have to turn some lamps. I know the lighting looks fine on the screen. This must have been
really dark in here.
Yeah, this is when they said batten down the hatches. If my camera does a bit of a wobble, it's because my house is on stilts and there's a flex in the house, but it might freak some people out if it gets really windy. We might be a bit like we're on a boat.
Yeah.
It says sugar content naturally derived from ingredients, and there's it's that xylitol stuff.
Careful of it with the the cats aren't so bad. It's the dogs who can't have it.
I'm not getting biscuit a fucking chocolate cupcake with chocolate frosting.
No, if he jumps up on the bench and gets it.
Bench, it's a high one, which is good.
I have high benches too. I love it.
Cake mix, and then we're adding 3 eggs. G'day, everyone. Hi. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Your mate Rick's here. Ruth is saying to everyone on Facebook, come over to YouTube. We only bite on Wednesdays. That's true.
Hang on.
Rick's giving a keto cupcakes, mixed bacon with eggs, pour into molds. Yeah, I've made those. I've got some in the freezer. They're divine. So easy and delicious. G'day everyone on Facebook as well. We're getting into some serious baking now. So yeah, hit that link if you want to come over to YouTube. Like Ruth said, we don't bite. So I've got 3 eggs. There's my chocolate mix.
So dark.
Very dark. Well, they look pretty dark on the packet, right? So weird doing packet stuff, but she goes all right. Far out. I love a storm. This is sexy weather. It's really sexy being in a house on stilts. It's level with the tops of trees. You just get to see
up in the canopy.
My water tank is already full. I'm so bummed because I've done about 7 loads of washing. I've had 2 baths, just trying to get the level down because the most depressing thing is watching the tank overflow. But that being said, I've actually got grass now. I had no typical drought-ridden Tassie, no grass for months now, so I'm getting grass at least.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, even at our place, it's beautiful and green. Do you reckon that's 2 mil?
It's looking pretty thin there, Nell. Nice work.
See how it goes.
Little muscle action.
My tray's not big enough. Oh.
I'm now adding some milk to my mix, 95 mils. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I'm going to just show it because it's the best milk in Tasmania.
Oh, it is good.
It's so good. Morgan, my friend, do you like this is the Agrarian Kitchen apron.
Whoops.
I'm not sponsored by them either.
Yet.
95, they're not going to sponsor me if I'm making packet mix keto shit.
Get your shit together, mate. 180 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, Mum, it's going in.
Look out. I'm about to melt 45 grams of coconut oil. You could use butter, but I generally don't buy unsalted butter because I don't bake a lot, and I've only got that much, and I need to use it for the frosting. So I'm actually going to use the unsalted butter in the frosting, but I am actually going to add some salt. But I learned this watching a show on Netflix called Sugar Rush. But if you use normal butter, God, I'm good at guessing measurements. If you use normal butter as opposed to unsalted in baking, it has a total impact on the texture and everything. So if you're baking cakes and things, the reason they say unsalted is it's less likely to go rubbery.
Is that right? That's probably why mine are always rubbery.
Yeah, because I don't normally have unsalted butter in the house. So I've used 45 grams of coconut oil, which I'm just going to melt that on the stovetop because in Tassie, being a cool climate, our coconut oil solidifies, whereas in other places, like when I lived in Vietnam, it was just runny in a bottle. So if you don't need to melt your coconut oil, you don't need to, but you could use 45 grams of unsalted butter. But, yeah, when I do the frosting, because I'm not a mega sweet tooth, and I think these are chocolate cupcakes with chocolate frosting, I am actually going to put some sea salt flakes through the frosting so that it has a bit of a salted chocolate frosting rather than just sweet.
Oh, Rick's asking, what am I making? I'm making seed crackers and not keto bread rolls. So your traditional bread rolls.
Do you want to go?
That's my father's recipe, so I'll probably fail.
Do you want to go back through a little bit what you've done? Because I'm just, as soon as I've done this, I'm going to mix it for 30 seconds on low and then 30 seconds on high. So do you want to fill everyone in again on what you've been doing, Neil?
So the crackers I used, which are keto crackers, I used 100 grams of almond meal, about 50 grams of sesame seeds, and I threw in some aromatics. I put in my just some mixed herbs, some garlic granules, salt, pepper, an egg, and about 25 grams of coconut oil. Mixed it all together and rolled it out between some baking paper. And I've got it in the oven for about 10 minutes, except I forgot to put the timer on.
Oh, did you?
Never mind. I'll put it on now.
You can
But I don't know how to use the oven here.
Well, what about me? I built this house 5.5 years ago, and I discovered today there's a timer on my oven.
See, that would be me.
I cook with a timer all the time, but it's a magnetic one on my fridge. But yeah, so I'm just going to now crank this. It's been on a slow speed for about 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go hardcore high and beat the shit out of it. And another thing I've learned from watching all these cooking shows, because I normally love gritty dramas and stuff, but what's happening with COVID-19, it's just like, I just need endless reality shows. So I've been watching all these different cooking shows, although The Final Table's awesome. But yeah, you start off slow so that the flours and everything all mix through. Not that there's flour in this keto thing. Well, it might be some almond flour or something, but so it doesn't fly everywhere, and then you crank it up. Just a little, you know.
FYI. Yeah. It's a pretty machine.
Okay.
That's my favourite colour. If I had one, I'd get that.
Yeah, that's my favourite colour too, like in the world. My favourite, this sort of, and this particular one, if anyone does love it, it's called Crystal Blue. But because, I mean, I've actually got a lot of red stuff in my house because having lived in Asia and the whole Feng Shui thing, you should always have something red in each room. And I discovered I really like, you know, reds and creams and chocolate browns, and then throw random colours like yellow into the mix. So I've got a fair bit of red stuff, and people for years have given me red things as well because I've got a lot of red stuff in my house. But blue's actually my favourite colour. It always has been. So when I bought this, I got berated. It's like, why didn't you get a red one? It's like everyone's got a red one.
Actually, I had a red one. I don't know where it is. When I moved, it must be in the shed. Right.
Right, so I've made my mix that's all together, and now I'm going to put it in the patty pan things. I hate saying patty pans. It just sounds wrong.
Pretty. I discovered a mixer.
Right, so Rick says your crackers sound great. He's discovered he can live without a mixer. I beat everything by hand now. Hey, Lady Pegasus. Good to see you, gorgeous. And also g'day to everyone or anyone who might still be lingering over on Facebook world as well.
I'll have a look.
I do a lot of stuff by hand too, Rick, but I desperately wanted a KitchenAid, and the deal was when I bought my first house, I was going to get one. So it was a significant reward, and I don't use it as much as I should, but I've been using it heaps lately. And one of my subscribers, Nell, she was saying in a chat the other night, and I've got to go back and watch it. You know when you have buffalo wings and that beautiful sort of blue cheese dip with them, or celery. So this is actually a buffalo wing dip, and it includes 2 shredded chicken breasts, and you basically poach your chicken breasts and pop them in the KitchenAid with all the other ingredients, and it shreds the chicken. Did you know that?
Really? Did not.
Yep. And you
I've got a Thermomix. It does it in the Thermomix.
Yeah, well, that's why your KitchenAid is now living.
I know.
Garage.
I'm going to have to go and have a look. Be in the shed.
Well, Jane, I mean, my previous mixer that I had before I got this one, I donated it to the community centre because they do a lot of cooking and baking, and I've only used it. It actually got given to me because somebody else got a KitchenAid, and they got it not long after they bought this other mixer. So I only used it 2 or 3 times, but we gave my brother a red one for his 48th birthday, I think. My sister's got a apple green one.
Oh, green, that's nice.
Yeah, well, I bought because Ange and I gave Will one for his birthday. We're like, oh, maybe because he's a dude, we shouldn't go too crazy with the colours. But doesn't matter what colour you buy, the box has a picture of a red one on the front. Anyway, we gave it to Will for his birthday, but I got him the stainless steel one. And then when he opened it and he saw it was stainless steel, he's like, I want the red one. So I had to change it. I went back and got a red one.
Andrew Burns saying hello to you over in Facebook land.
Oh, thank you for jumping over there. Hi, B. How you doing? Andrew's
He said, I remember the day you bought your Blue Marvel. I used to caress it.
He did. And then he got one And his colour is amazing. It's like a I'll wait for him to I don't want to give the wrong name of the colour, but it's sort of like a metallic-y kind of, it's almost like a donut colour.
Donut colour, like a creamy colour.
No, like a caramel sort of metallic-y kind of. I'll wait for him to say what it's called. Hey, Will, how you doing, mate? We've got Will the Rocker in chat on YouTube, and if you can keep an eye on Facebook, that's even better. Look at us multitasking.
Oh, I know.
Or delegating or whatever.
How my bread rolls.
The colour of Andrew's is really it's like it's it's kind of like it's not gold. Well, maybe it is a bit, but pale. I don't know. I can't describe it. I'm sure he'll put the name of what it is. But yeah, he used to rock up here and stroke that. Lovely. So hey.
Sorry. I just realised I won't have an egg to put on the top of my bread rolls. I just have to use some water. I reckon you can use oil.
Yeah.
Might try it.
Yeah, because you did. You lost an egg. We had an egg down. Now my the recipe for this says it makes 12 cupcakes, but they're not big. They're only like half of the patty pans, and there's also only 11 of them.
Yeah, okay.
But hopefully they'll rise.
Right.
What if
Don't
they
use anything now, Rick? Okay, I won't use anything.
Yeah, got baking powder and baking soda, but for some reason, because they probably do mean you really do have to have a cupcake thing, not a muffin thing, but everything I read yesterday said you can use muffin pans, you just don't overfill the cups. But they're not even close to being filled, so that's all right. More surface area for me to fuck up the frosting.
They might all splay out, do you think?
Still got 25 minutes for the bread. It hasn't expanded much, but it's looking like a healthy lump of bread.
Nice.
So are your bread rolls in the oven now?
No, not yet. They can probably go, I reckon. I'll show you what they look like.
Oh, they've gone up a lot. They've risen a lot.
So Rick said don't go with anything, so I'm going to go with nothing.
Oh, okay. Chick on the flying horse. Oh, that's Lady Pegasus. Yeah, so you don't need anything, Nell. Right, okay. Good tips.
Yeah, I'll go.
Poor Will, he tried to spray Pam in muffin pans, still burn the muffins. You know that in America the cooking spray is called Pam?
Pam.
Pam. I mean, you've got so many things that have ridiculous names when you tell Americans. I'm just looking like whatever. But yeah, that cooking spray is called Pam.
Pam. Oh, well.
Pam. Could have been Pam.
What do you reckon the background to that is?
Sorry.
Let's Google it.
I think but yeah, okay. Where did the name now see Lady Pegasus says your bread rolls look huge. You could put flour on top too.
Yeah, I could put a little bit of flour on, could dust them.
Okay, where did the name Pam for cooking spray come from? I'm going to guess that it was invented by a woman called Pam.
Hammer.
Oh, no, the name Pam is an acronym for product of Arthur Meyerhoff.
It is too. So it was Arthur.
No, that sucks. I think it would be better if it was Pam. The cooking spray has a girl's name. It does. It does, Will, and it's funny as fuck. Pam.
Pam. All right, my things are going. Oh, come out.
Okay, question. Should I get on with you can make frosting in advance, can't you?
No, look good.
I You can make frosting in advance, can't you? That doesn't. If that sits in the bowl for half an hour, it's not going to muck it up.
No.
Because I might do that. Look, I'm bringing another utensil into the equation. Only because I don't have any KitchenAid bowls to use.
Right.
So I'll put a little bag of frosting mix here.
The 12 minutes for my bread rolls. I just better check. Where's Dad? And I cook 15 to 20 minutes.
I'm just going to give this a wash. I'm actually going to use the KitchenAid because it's room temperature butter. It'll be so much quicker in the KitchenAid. Anyone in chat? Is anyone cooking in chat who wants to share what they're up to or what they might be making for dinner? Or
Yeah, that would be great. I'm going to have burgers in them.
yum.
Mm.
Give them 15 minutes.
15. Yeah, Dad said 15 to 20, so see.
Cooking. Well, our breads might come out around the same time. Mine's got just on 20 minutes to go now.
Yeah.
And then I've got to drop my temperature down to 150 degrees for my cupcakes.
You like your oven?
Hey?
You like your oven?
Yeah, and it's just a basic. Well, no, it's not basic, but no, it's a chef.
Yeah.
I can bake cakes on my barbecue. I got a Weber, but the 6-burner one with the hood that's like an oven.
Yeah.
But no, I can't fault this. It's been brilliant. When the oven had already gone in, so I didn't get a say in the appliances. Not that I care, because the guy that built this did such a great job. But it had already gone in, and I looked at changing it, replacing it with a gas stove. And because I've got the hydronic heating linked up to gas, and then there's my Barbie outside, like when down the track, if that needs to be replaced, then I'll put a gas stove top but still have an electric oven because it's just what I know. And I've cooked with gas ovens before, but I've got the gas oven in the Barbie. So, but I love it. It's brilliant. You don't have to spend –
No.
I think I saw – because I was looking on their website earlier today to check whether mine was fan forced or not. I was pretty sure it was. Like, it sounds fan forced. But because there's a 20-degree difference in the temperature on base, and anyway, it is, and that's where I also saw the friggin' timer, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a timer of but I think these ones, it's about $1,000, to buy them, but brilliant. I mean, a lot of people put these in rental properties and Airbnbs and stuff like that, and they're sturdy as. I mean, this one is for 30 years. Who knows? But I love it.
Yeah, I hate mine at home. And I chose it. And it was really expensive.
Oh, Rick's going to show us his keto burger buns one day. It takes about 4 minutes. Have you got the ingredients, Rick? You could join us. Richard's been up on panel before.
Yeah.
You could come up. If you've got the ingredients, Dicky Doodah, jump up and make them. Will's got a KitchenAid too. He's got a red one. Nice. Another of the red gang. So, I gave my brother Will a red one as well, Will. I'm going to put 100 grams of soft unsalted butter into this as well. Oh, I just need to. So the paddle for the KitchenAid, I know that your Thermomix shreds chicken, but this standard paddle is the one you use, and it will shred chicken.
That's great.
It's awesome, isn't it? Lady Pegasus has a fan force stove with ceramic glass top and hot plates. Nice. So what did you chose your oven, Nell, and what did you buy and why don't you like it?
I'm just trying to think what the bloody brand of it is. I've forgotten. It's an AEG.
Right.
And it no, it's not. It's not an AEG. I'm going to bag them out for no reason. Oh, is it an AEG? Oh, wasn't that terrible? I'm not standing in front of it. It's all touch screen on it.
Oh,
so
right.
And so when I get it up to a really high temperature, if I'm cooking a roast or something and I want to back it down, it doesn't work. Like it won't. Yeah. So and as soon as it went in, it gave me grief. I had to get them in to fix it. And because it had been sitting in our lounge room when we were renovating for a couple of weeks before I put it in, it wasn't automatically seen as an issue, so they wouldn't replace it. I had to have it fixed.
Oh, no.
Yes.
You're like, just get that fucker out of my kitchen.
Mm.
I mean,
we've had a hate relationship ever since.
One of the reasons, I mean, I remember when I bought a Mazda MX-5 and it was the first one that rolled off a boat in Australia and a bit of trip for you, but it didn't have a lot of digital stuff in it. And when I got it, there were other sports cars and convertibles around at the same time that had lots of digital, like the Mini Coopers, for example. Mm. And it was like, no, go with the Mazda because it's got very few digital stuff. And as a result, I never had an issue with it. But the same with this, same with my washing machine. I always try to go for the least digital stuff because once that's screwed, and this is really basic, but it's brilliant. Like it cooks evenly. I've made some amazing meals out of it. I mean, that fridge, if you want to talk the best appliance in the world, though, that fridge, it's a Mitsubishi fridge. Well, then check out the Mitsubishi Electric. Mine's a small one, but there's a full-size one as well. It's a Japanese fridge, so it's got you can just open one little door if you just want to get the milk out or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's the only fridge you can buy that makes ice and it doesn't need to be plumbed in. It's got double, like on the doors are so deep that there's double. You can have a carton of milk and then cream or something in front of it. I mean, big cartons, 2 litre thing. Yeah. It's got, one of the drawers is a blast chill freezer. So it's got a metal plate in the bottom. So if you're cooking anything that needs to be blast chilled. Yeah. And the freezer and the crisper, they've got a shelf that, like a shelf that pulls back and then everything below. And then there's a whole row for wine bottles down the bottom. It's brilliant.
I'm sold. That's good.
I was saving the wine. And the top rack in the fridge is for wine bottles as well. So it's got, it'll hold a dozen of bottles of wine easy. But honestly, it's the best fridge I've ever owned and it's amazing. And it's on casters. So whenever you're cleaning, you just pull it out. It weighs nothing
and it's not plumbed in. So does it have water? It doesn't have water.
Yeah, there's a little water reservoir that you fill up and then there's a little digital panel there. So that does have digital, but there's a digital panel and you just hit rapid ice making. But say even if you've just got back from the bottle shop and all you've bought is grog, your fridge is everything in the fridge is already cold and you just want the fridge to chill the bottles, you can select that or you can select just chill your veggies or it's amazing.
Rick's got all the ingredients ready to go.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Hang on a sec. I'll just put my butter in here because I've got buttery fingers. I won't get rid of the buttery fingers and then I'll put the link in for chat. Cool. Rick's going to show us something new. Hi, everyone over on Facebook too. I'm sorry I'm not checking your chat. I'm in the middle of making some frosting. Here you go, Rick. Come on up, mate. I'm so keen to see these. I'll try and do these quickly before he comes up. Same again. I'm just doing 30 seconds on a slow speed to get the butter and the frosting mix through. And then when there's not going to be a flour explosion, I'm just going to ramp it up for 30 seconds. That's all you got to do.
Cool. Rick coming in.
I'll add him now. G'day, Groover. Rick,
Hey, Tori. Hey, Neil.
Although you have
Hi, Rick.
insulted her before, I'm sure she remembers.
Of course.
Good to
I'm
see
lost
you.
for words when I'm live. Hey, I'll just get straight into the recipe, eh?
No worries, mate. It's not like you're ever lost for words in chat.
I know. It's only live. So
Wait a sec.
the beauty of this is it only takes about 4 minutes. So if you just want something quick as a bacon egg muffin in the morning or something like that, this is how you make it. It's just 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of almond meal, some mozzarella cheese, just a pinch of mozzarella cheese.
Yep.
And baking powder. So
all right. Sorry, I've just got my pen now to do the ingredients. So it was 3 tablespoons of almond meal.
Yeah.
And 1 egg. Yep.
Just a sprinkle of mozzarella cheese. What's that, about a tablespoon?
Yep.
And some baking powder.
Cool. Just a teaspoon?
The trick here is this container, which doesn't have a label on it. Sorry, I might show one in a minute, because it just makes a perfect size. And in there, I've just melted maybe 10 grams of butter.
Yep.
Just in the bottom there. So I'm just going to crack an egg into the bowl. Whip the egg very, very well, otherwise you get runs of egg white. And just almond meal, cheese.
But this fucker's going to be microwaved, isn't it?
Yeah, for 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
So how do we make it without a microwave?
Don't you have a microwave?
Never owned one, or a dishwasher.
Oh, okay. Everyone else can enjoy this then. And a teaspoon of baking powder.
Teaspoon? I'm going to have something to make it in the oven. I'll work this out. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it should work.
You can make it in the oven.
Yeah.
So just mix that into a thorough paste. And I'll tap it down so it's nice and flat. And I'll put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and I'll be back.
Unbelievable. See what his bread looks like. Mine's looking good. It's not smelling of anything, though. Still got about 12 minutes to go on mine.
I've got 2 minutes.
My frosting is pretty thick.
Oh, is it? Oh, it'll pack well then.
Oh, will it?
Will it? I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. I have no idea.
I chose this nozzle for the end. Hang on.
Oh, there it is. Star.
Yeah, so it'll do that kind of ornate.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had these. I mean, I've got a Tupperware one as well, but these are just from Coles. And they've got 5 different nozzles. And the one I really wanted to do is that one. So it's just like a ribbon. But when you're doing a ribbon, you've got to be really good at doing the whole thing, don't you? So I opted for that. So I snipped the end off the bag, and then there's a bit that goes into the bag, and then the nozzle. And then when you've used this bag, you chuck it out.
Yeah, very cool.
I know. This is advanced cooking. I can't wait to see this bread.
Oh.
Do you do much
Rick's
stuff?
got no hair. Rick, we can't see your pretty face.
Thank you. You're going to hopefully see a pretty piece of bread in a minute, so that's where I'll turn it out. I haven't got very much space here. I'm overcrowded.
Well, you've done well.
Very well.
You've got all the ingredients in your little magic container and everything ready to go very quickly.
Well, that's the beauty of it. If you just need something quickly, and it is, you'll see once it's set, I cut it in half in a toast so you can have it like a muffin or, with bacon and eggs or anything. It's just too easy. It's good. That's why I want to show you.
Yeah,
if you have a microwave. Who doesn't have a microwave?
Well, you know what? Just who doesn't have microwaves, a lot of the time people who don't have kids or never had, because all my friends who are parents, microwaves were so important for their bottles for the babies and even when the kids got older for cooking and stuff. But yeah, I've lived in a rental property that might have had one, but I've never owned one. I might have had a housemate that had one, but the only thing I ever really used them for was for defrosting stuff, and now I just take things out of the freezer the day before and they just defrost.
I have to admit, we mainly use it for reheating meals.
Yeah, I think that's what most people use them for. Do you use yours at all, Nell? Does yours get it?
No, the kids use ours.
Here we are.
Oh, there you are.
Wow.
You could make it in one of those little ceramic tins for the oven.
So when it cools, I'll cut it in half and I'll toast it and show you. But freezes well. It's lovely.
It's like a little English muffin.
Yeah.
How cool. Look at who says we don't do cool things on YouTube? Seriously. How's everyone doing over in Facebook? I wonder if people have just
Jane Anderson, you've got in. Hello, James. My old mate.
Champagne is the colour of Andrew's KitchenAid.
Oh, champagne.
Yeah, and he said the name Denise, and he's feeding his starter. He's making sourdough. So see, everyone's doing breads.
I've got some sourdough starter in the fridge.
Have you? That's the one thing I'm missing like crazy because I didn't eat a lot of bread before going keto, but if I did, it was special treat like going to a really yummy cafe or something and having brunch and having a piece of sourdough was such a treat.
I love sourdough. Oh, I've got to get my rolls out.
That's a great recipe though, Richard. I'm almost tempted to buy a little microwave just so I can
my rolls.
Oh, look at your rolls. They look like eggs.
Oh, they're hot.
They look good. Did you take some butter with you to the Airbnb so you could try it, Mel?
I didn't. That's a bugger, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to slice off some of that keto bread and have it with some butter while I wait for my cupcakes to cook. Lady Pegasus has a microwave and some porridge. Yeah, that'd be right. See, I think I've watched cooking channels that do, in fact, people that can do a roast chicken in a microwave and the chicken skin is crunchy and stuff. And I sometimes watch them and just go, I think microwaves have come a long day. From my memory, they were basically good for reheating and defrosting, and that was about it. But if you now, Richard, and now like there's people that will do a whole roast chicken, crunchy potatoes, you name it, in a microwave. It blows me away.
Something a lot of people use it for is your white sauce.
Yep.
Very easy in the microwave. I don't. I like it to do on the stove, but a lot of people have a lot of success in the microwave.
Yeah.
I actually cooked it too long. I just double-checked with Kaz, and I was supposed to only do it for 1 minute 40. So it still turned out, but it's a little harder than what it would normally be. It would normally be a bit softer than that.
Right.
So that's cut now, and it'll be nice and soft. And fits in the toaster.
Amazing.
That's the end of that advertisement.
You changed our stick, changed our lives. his wife Kaz, her name's Kazna. It's Anzac to front.
Anzac back to front.
Yeah.
The letters. She's she's Kiwi. She's back to front, but
they killed the dodo.
You're Tasmanian, but I wouldn't say anything if I were you.
I'm going to insert my knife, not into you, Richard, into my bread because it says my bread will be done when the knife is that clean. I'm actually going to use a skewer. Call me old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
But a bamboo skewer is much better. But I'm going to say if it comes out clean, I really want to eat some bread, but I'm so scared. I'm thinking this keto bread is going to be like real bread, and I'm going to be really disappointed when I eat it.
Yeah.
So now I missed it. Your rolls are finished, are they?
My rolls finished. These are my crackers, my seed crackers.
Give us a crack test.
Do you hear it?
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah,
they're bloody good.
They look bloody good.
I
think
you see the seed?
Yeah, excellent. You got that really thin. I was impressed.
They're really good.
You did. A bit of muscle grease went into rolling that stuff out. It was awesome.
No, it was actually really easy.
Right, I think my bread might be good to go.
Oh, you just redeemed yourself from the Anzac biscuits.
They all got eaten. The advantages of having teenage sons.
This smells really good. I'm going to leave the door ajar for a second, pump it down to 150 so I can whack the cupcakes on. But, yeah, it smells good. It hasn't grown much.
That looks good.
It looks like a rustic loaf, really, doesn't it?
It does.
It looks like bread. It's got the, when you make bread and you get when it tears open, the bits that are sort of almost sticky looking, it's got that happening on the top.
Nice. Is it expensive?
Hey?
Is it expensive?
I've got no idea. It came in let me Google it. It came in a mystery, like a subscription box for keto-friendly snacks and products.
Right.
Just Googling it now. More Life. Let me have a look here. $18.95. So it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 280 gram, which is this one, is $18.95, but that's on their website. You might be able to buy it cheaper. It looks exactly like mine, and they've got a picture of an avocado sliced up, so they're obviously going to smear some avocado over it.
Yeah, so, nice.
It's way dearer than a loaf of bread. Plus, you've only got to add 3 egg whites and some water to it. But I guess if you're really craving bread, if this is yummy, it might be a special treat. I mean, I've got other keto bread recipes. There's a keto dinner roll recipe that I've made, and that was really good. That was with almond flour. But I want to eat this while this is hot. So it's nice. It's got a nice texture to it.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like on the inside.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cool. Can you eat feta?
Yes.
You can eat feta. So avocado and feta on that would be amazing.
Well, I think just some melted butter on it will be amazing. I'm going to chuck in my cupcakes.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask, what happened to Freddie?
Freddie? We had really crazy time zones. Like it was 2:00 in the morning for him when we went live. Just hang on a sec. And he's doing hang on, I just need to see how long this has got to bake for. Oops, That's my kitchen timer on my oven used for the first time ever. Do you remember him chatting about his friend Fernando?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If this keto thing does say to let this cool down, but I want to eat it while it's hot. Yeah, so he's doing a channel with him, and they do. Well, they were talking originally, I think, because Fernando actually had COVID-19 and he was in quarantine.
Okay.
There's a slice of bread. Look at that steam coming off it.
Nice.
I just want to get butter on it while it's hot. Yes, I think he's just focusing on that that show, and I'm in the process of hopefully getting a job at the moment, and I've got a fair bit on. So your time zone was a real issue, and we fought a lot too.
That's what I was trying to get to. Give us the dirt.
That's not dirt. Different generations, you know. I like a good discussion. I'm okay with people disagreeing with me, and I don't take it personally. But yeah, he's good. He's all right.
Okay.
He does not YouTube shit together.
And Neil, I missed your rolls are finished, are they?
This is actually really nice.
The roll. Be a good burger bun. We're having burgers tonight.
Yeah. They're a lot of work burgers, aren't they?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to prepare all the individual items
Yeah.
for it.
I
They're
agree.
yummy, but they're a lot of work.
It's good to put on a big platter for the kids, and they can just add to it what they want.
They build their own,
about
do they?
Mm.
It is
And
like a top loaf, Lady Pegasus. This is delicious. It doesn't have a slimy texture or anything. I mean, I can tell there's chia seeds in it, but
No kind of aftertaste.
no, it's great. It's got a little. It's like a rye. It's like a rye bread.
Oh, nice.
There's a little bit of crunch to it. There's the crust.
Yeah.
It looks quite dense, but it isn't at all. Like, it's quite light and fluffy to eat. When it's cooled down, I'll be keen to see what it's like. But yeah, it's like a rye bread. It's quite weird. It's sort of, amazing, actually, how similar. I mean, look, whether I'd pay $19, I think, yeah, it'd be a special treat. I mean, I've got these other keto bread recipes that are way more affordable, but they are bread rolls. I haven't found another loaf recipe in my travels.
That looks yum.
It's really good. But it's also got butter smeared all over it.
Yeah, but when it cools down, it'll be interesting to see what it's like toasted.
I reckon it'll toast really well. It's nice. It's not gritty. It does feel like I'm eating bread, and it tastes like a bread. So, well done, life. I'm a big fan.
Good to know.
I'll show it again. If anyone is keto who's watching and you're hanging out for bread. See, the beauty of this is if you really were hanging out for bread, make one of those and you probably won't want bread again for another couple of months. Like, it's amazing how quickly you adapt. Isn't it, Richard? Like, the things you think you're going to miss. Because the keto food is so yummy because it's got lots of cream and cheese, and you can use spices and meats, and
The more fat, the better.
Yeah.
so you sort of psychologically think you're going to be missing all this stuff, but the food is not like when you go on a diet and you're eating bland shit that, you almost have to force yourself to eat it.
Yeah, it's not a diet, it's a way of life more, isn't it? That's what I find.
I noticed in the shop yesterday that they are selling riced cauliflower, you use instead of rice.
Yeah.
So lots of people must be asking for to produce it. Do you use that, Tori?
Yeah, I do. I actually I'll just put my bread over there. A bit of styling in the kitchen going on. I used to do the cauliflower rice before I went keto. I kind of got into that trend. Doing Sam Wood, which is kind of keto as well, but he was big on cauliflower rice. But I actually made it so much I got really sick of it. And then I found a website which has 50 different ways to do it and just using different spices and oils and stuff. And so I'm back into it again. But if you're just making it and steaming it like rice really quickly, you can get sick of it. And also I didn't like it frozen and then reheated. Like I had to cook it fresh on the day. And they were saying get a whole cauliflower and prepare a heap of Ziploc bags, and I just wasn't the same. So, but yeah, it's a great concept. So you're saying you can buy it now already done, ready, good to go.
Yeah, which is really just getting a cauliflower and putting it through the food processor, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
but I didn't like it steamed, so I would put it on a rack in the oven to dry it out to get a bit more texture to it. So it was a bit of work, but it gave it a bit more sweetness, I suppose. You know, whenever you bake something, it gets that little bit of extra flavour. But I usually just had everything on a bed of lettuce, nice crunchy fresh lettuce. You know, whether it's spaghetti bolognese or a curry or whatever.
Exactly. Yep. I do the same thing. Tacos in a lettuce leaf now, and they're great. And even, you know, like when I was still having to go to the office, like making even sort of sandwiches that you just wrap up in, like whatever you'd love in a sandwich, wrapping that up in a lettuce leaf. So good. And I used to just do 2 of those. Because the one thing I never liked was wraps. Wraps give me the absolute shit. Not literally, just gross. But you take all the filling out of a wrap and wrap it up in an iceberg lettuce leaf, and it's a whole new world.
So much better. Yeah,
I think wraps are gross. Not a fan.
My kids eat a lot.
Yeah, our family love wraps. They love wraps. So.
Have you cooked
one that was nice, but
the almond wraps are nice if you make them yourself.
The what, sorry?
Almond meal wraps. They're nice to,
Well, quickly, show us.
I can't remember what's in them.
Whip us up a wrap. Come on.
I'll get back to
you. You were doing a keto pizza when I first logged on because of your crackers.
Keto pizza. I've got an amazing recipe for keto pizza. Holy shit, it's great. You basically bake on a pizza tray a shitload of mozzarella cheese till it goes brown and crunchy, and then you take it out of the oven and you put passata, garlic, herbs, and then a shitload more cheese and chuck it back in the oven, and it's incredible.
Yes, that does sound fantastic. Cheese on cheese, fantastic.
Cheese on cheese.
And there's an omelette that I make too, which this is a cooking process I've never done before. You get like a non-stick pan and you put shredded cheese onto the pan and you let it melt and get brown again, and then you do all the omelette fillings and you flip it over and you get this really crunchy, cheesy outish. Oh my God, it's good.
Well, my kids often just do cheesy biscuits. They just melt the cheese in a pan and they've got crunchy biscuits.
Yeah, it's like
doesn't that go a little bit oily?
Yeah, it can do, but they don't give a shit.
Depends on the cheese too. Like if you do it with a parmesan or something and make like a parmesan tuile rather than a solid bit of melted cheese that's just browned, like that's.
I'm so rich, I just eat parmesan all the time. I'm so rich, I just eat parmesan all the time.
I buy a bag of charming mozzarella and cheddar mixed shredded cheese, and it costs the same as the mozzarella on its own costs.
Oh, I thought you meant just parmesan cheese.
Well, I do buy blocks occasionally if I'm making something that I want just the palmy, but our little deli down the road do blocks for $3.
I've got a question. Have you done very much of your own what they call canning in America, pickling and jarring of things, Tori?
Yeah, I used to. I'm not.
Hey, Nell. Sorry, Nell, I shouldn't leave you out.
I made out of control tomato relish, a zesty zucchini pickle, and what was it? It was a peach chutney and perky peach chutney. And the perky peach chutney ended up selling it to a restaurant in Adelaide. It was they served it next to their steak, and they put pink peppercorns on the steak and then this pink chutney of mine on the plate next to it. It was pretty cute.
Pretty.
Quite the businesswoman, aren't you?
Not really.
You're selling chutney to restaurants apart from everything else you do.
Oh, but that was back in the days when I was working as a stand-up comedian, and I worked like 20 minutes a week and survived financially on one gig. Is this how you do it?
I used to make my own cheese.
Oh,
so that was
I've got a kit to make it, but I haven't got around to doing it yet.
Oh, go for it. Oh, we should do that. Yeah. Do that live.
We should. Mozzarella.
Oh, it takes ages. It takes ages.
Yeah. What are we doing? Making our own cheese?
Yeah.
Well, we could do it. Take a while. Yeah, you have to do like a video diary and upload it to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's not one of those things you can say, here's one I prepared earlier sort of thing, because it's the cooking of the curds.
Yeah.
The Bruny Island cheese guy, the course that you do, I think if you make, what is it? Is it mozzarella or something else? You have to sit like for 6 months.
Absolutely. Yeah. Any hard cheese should age for at least 12 weeks. So, yes, 6 months to make a fairly nice cheese. But my favourite was making camembert. So camembert is ready in 4 weeks.
Because in this because I did an episode of my Smooth Criminal podcast a couple of weeks ago, was cheese, and in the States, any cheese that's younger than 60 days can't go into the States, so people smuggle it into America for all the camembert freaks.
Yeah.
It's big business.
Off the back of that, I tried to make salamis, and they were successful. They were preserved, but I never really got the flavour that I was happy with. And I've moved so much, I haven't kind of continued that on. So has anyone tried making salamis?
No, I haven't.
Jules wants me to do a live on keto and my journey. I know the basics, but a bit of encouragement would be great. You've got a heap of encouragement. Well, it's like the Atkins diet. Going into full-on ketosis is not nice. Well, you kind of have to, though.
Yeah, you just got to get over that through that stage.
And then after you've gotten through that stage, if you break out a bit and go back, it's not as hard each time.
Yeah.
Your body is adapted a lot better to it.
Yeah.
What's that? They've got the term fat. I'm just giving Biscuit a snack. She's appeared from her afternoon siesta. They're fat adapted, so going in and out of ketosis is quite easy. You don't get that horrible keto flu and stuff.
Stinky breath.
Hey?
Stinky breath.
Yeah, the breath part of it's gross. Well, Jules, I might look at doing some keto stuff. I mean, I do some keto cooking or what have you, but I do talk about keto a little bit, but it's not something I've thought about doing a whole. Not my journey's only 2 months in anyway, but I really like it, Jules. I recommend it. Even if people don't want to go into the whole full ketosis thing, just the food generally and how yummy it is and the weight loss and everything else, you'd still lose weight, I reckon, even if you weren't in ketosis. Because I've busted out. I ate some of those Anzacs that I made. I've had sugar, like with those cookies, had sugar in it. There's something else I've made. The peanut butter cookies.
I've seen you take delivery of Easter eggs.
They were keto friendly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
The ones that I got in my subscription box were the ones that finally arrived the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were sweetened with monk fruit and they were dark chocolate.
Were they nuts? Yeah.
Yeah, they were amazing because they were cream filled and they had a monk fruit sweetened filling as well. But they tasted nicer than those the filled Cadbury ones. I've never liked way too sweet. These ones were like really dark chocolate on the outside, and then they had an almondy flavored cream in the middle that had the monk fruit sweet. They were amazing, but I ate them all in 3 days while I was studying. They're only that big, and they were like 5 in a box, so it wasn't too bad.
What? How are they looking?
I'm going to do the skewer test because I think it said 20 minutes. I think I set it for 15. I'm not going to be able to frost these till they've cooled down, so I'll take one out and just let it sit on the bench and it might cool down.
Okay, ladies. Well, thanks for inviting me up. I'm going to just join the chat crew now. Okay.
Oh, well, thank you so much for popping up with that, Rick. It was great.
Cheers, guys.
See ya.
Hey, dude.
Did it taste good?
Yeah.
Was that a yeah, nah?
It was a yeah, nah. It was a nah, yeah, actually.
Nah, yeah.
My initial thought was they weren't very chocolatey, and then they were quite chocolatey.
Oh.
So I can't tell. But then they're not even close to being cooked yet. I'm really keen to try that bread, but like work out a way that you could do it in the oven, like his the little muffin that he did.
Yeah, well, if you got a little, those little tins for the oven, like a little pan, even the little mini pans.
Yeah, like little mini tins or pie tins.
Pie tin. Do it in that.
Look.
Yeah, you could try that.
Maybe.
I need to put a bit of water under it or something. Do you think?
Don't know. But we're learning new stuff every day. So, out of your rolls, your dad's rolls and your mum's crackers, have you tried one of the rolls?
No, I haven't tried the rolls yet. I'm going to have a look in one.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. See if I cooked it enough. I think I've undercooked it actually.
Uh-oh.
So, still a bit hot.
Looks nice and nice.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I think I've undercooked it a bit though. A bit doughy.
Hi, AQT. Tori, my sweet friend. Who's a cutie? I can't see the picture.
Cutie.
You can't jump. You can't jump over to Jolene. Oh, okay. The queue for quilting again. How are you, gorgeous? And happy belated birthday again. I can't see your picture. It's teeny tiny. Did I time her out by mistake? I tried to. Please tell me I didn't. I tried to jump. You used to be able to click on names on YouTube and see. Oh, no, she's not timed out. God damn you, Aussie. You tricky trickster. Yeah, you used to be able to go over to YouTube and click on a channel creator to, like on anyone in chat to the right, the little 3 dots thing, and you could go to their channel, and they've taken that feature away, which sucks. But good to see you, Jolene. Jolene makes amazing quilts.
Oh.
You've now gone from all quilted together to AQT, I'm guessing.
Oh, so it's not a cutie. It's like all quilted together.
Yeah, but she is a cutie too. Also, Aussie Jolene as well. How bizarro. Well, it is the YouTube world. Jolene's one of my original subscribers from August 2018 when I started doing true crimey, or hanging out in the true crime world. I love you too, Jolene. It's so good to see you. Tours, go to my oh, yes, you do. I forgot you did mention that, Aussie. He knows how to fix it. I did actually notice when I opened up YouTube just before, there was a little notification, Aussie, and it sounded like it was about that, but I just clicked. You know when you get, if you go into someone's live and you've got a moderator block, it tells you, a little box pops up. Well, this is the same sort of box, and it sounded like it was something about jumping to the channels, but I'll have your video. I meant to do that today. I fell asleep. I don't know. Yeah, a good birthday though, AQT. And she is a cutie.
Cutie.
Hi, we're on Facebook. Hi, Jane. Andrew, I don't know. He's doing his sourdough. So that I'm really impressed with that keto bread. Jolene annoys me. Aussie, you love me. Oh, yes. So what are we doing with these crackers now? Do you do them in shards?
Well, I was just going to break it up, but I might do it. I might cut it. Otherwise, I'll eat too much of it.
I just want a frosted cupcake. This is not my skill area, so
I should have cut this when it was warm.
This frosting is very dense. Does that seriously look like enough to cover 12 cupcakes?
It depends how much you put on, I guess. Just do the middle of them.
Just do a little blob. These two are the slowest fucking cooks going. Aussie, excuse me, I've cooked a loaf of fucking bread. Nell's cooked, what was it? It wasn't a dozen, it was 9 bread rolls.
Mm.
And she's also made seed crackers, and I've made chocolate cupcakes. So I think we've done all right, considering we're only an hour and a half into this live.
And I drank a can of ginger beer.
Adults only?
Yeah. I found it in the fridge.
I wish I could find something like that. I found a beer in my fridge, but it sounds wrong.
Oh.
And I'm not really a beer drinker when it's cold. I feel like anything. I just can't drink anything without getting sick at the moment. It sucks.
Oh, really? Do you think that's because you're on keto?
No.
Mm.
I need to get a clean skewer. I can't tell if that's no, other stuff.
Other stuff.
Yeah. Almost there. I'll give it another minute. Yeah, but fuck you, man. Exactly. It's not like we're going anywhere soon. Exactly.
I've got a joke for you.
Aussie prefers when I drink and cook. I drank 2 glasses of wine and I was off my bananas. All right, Mel, what are you saying?
I said I've got a joke. I wonder if you've heard it. What has 6 legs, throws up a lot of dust, and goes around and round and round and round?
Sorry, you have to start again because it dropped. I didn't hear the middle bit. I just heard dust. So it's got 3 legs.
Okay. No, it's got 6 legs, throws up dust, and goes around and round and round and round.
I still don't know what the middle bit is.
It's got what has 6 legs, throws up dust, and goes around and round and round.
I'm not even going to try to.
No, don't try.
What?
A ram doing a Yui. Do you get it?
Yes.
I didn't. I had sleep on it.
That's a dirty joke. That's how lambs are made. That's shocking.
It's terrible. Shocking. It's a wonder I could remember it.
You did all right, though.
Oh, my sister sent me one before. Let me have a look at what it said, because I can't remember it. What did she say?
Lady Pegasus likes ginger beer. It's very refreshing. It certainly is.
It is. This one.
Famous Five, when they pack their picnic lunch with lashings of ginger beer.
This was a spiced rum ginger beer.
Oh, yeah. I love them, but only one. I can't do
Yeah,
more.
I couldn't have another.
Sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
I'll
are
go
nice.
home and have a glass of wine.
Yeah, nice. I think I'll probably have a quite little. The only thing I can drink quite without sort of getting thrown is rum, but I don't have any, and I only like it with ginger ale or ginger. Oh, hang on. I could make ginger ale in the soda stream.
Oh, you could. You could.
That might be what I do. But, yeah, other than that, like everything, I've got the most beautiful gin library. I've got incredible gins. And G&T's used to be the love of my life, and they're just, no.
Does it give you a headache?
Yeah, I basically get a hangover when I go to bed. Like before I've fallen asleep, I get the big throbby. Even if I take hydrolytes and the works. It's
An
just
antihistamine? You tried an antihistamine?
No. But
that works for me.
Was it mandyhistamine?
Antihistamine.
Oh, I've got histamine intolerance, so I have a lot of antihistamine. So you take your antihistamines before you drink?
I do.
Yeah, interesting. One of my exes who's dead, so I can talk about him because you won't know. He was a bit of a boozer, and he used to take Alkanon, which is the drug that is meant to make you not want to drink.
Oh.
And he'd drink on it. Like hardcore. Jules has a spice rum for a stormy day. Nice work, Darls. Lady Pegasus, my mum and dad used to make ginger beer when we were children. It was the best.
My dad did too.
It was so good to see you, Jolene. I've missed the fuck out of you as well. Thank you for popping in, beautiful girl. Yeah, the ginger beer, but didn't it explode? Like people used to always have ginger beer out in the shed, and there'd be these almost
bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
Okay, I think my cupcakes are done. Look at this retro little oven mitt thing.
Oh, cute.
They did rise a little because they weren't very full. I'm going to lift one of them out. They look like they might be quite moist.
Moist.
There, I said it. Yeah, they don't look like, I don't know why, but I just think anything keto, I just automatically think rubbery and you could bounce it down the hallway like a ball, but I'll do a little squeeze test for you.
Oh.
Like they're soft.
Yeah.
That was a good thing, not a bad thing. But I'll just let the little fucker cool down for a sec, because then there's no point putting. Another thing I've learned from watching all these shitty cooking shows is if the cake is still warm, you don't put your frosting. It just. And I want to do like a nice little spiral turdy thing.
Nice turd on it.
And I forgot to put rock salt in it. So, but these aren't the one the bit that I tried, I mean, I could sprinkle a bit on top, but the bit that I tried, that mix, it's not super sweet anyway. But I took the bit off the skewer. It's not it's got a very dark chocolate. Yeah, which is what I love. But I just want to use this. I'm all ready.
Put it in the fridge. Put it in your blast chiller.
I don't want it cold because it's thick.
No, your cupcake.
Oh. Gotcha. Hang on. It's in there. It's in the blast chiller.
My bickies look good. Oh, where am I?
They don't know because the camera's all kind of opposite. They do look good.
Yeah.
Have you just cut? Did you just cut them all?
Cut them.
And you've made more like little Savoys or whatever they are. What are the ones that you break in for?
Oh,
Savoys?
No. Oh, what are they called?
Aren't they Savoys?
Are they Savoys? Oh, someone's about to raise me.
Savoy. Oh, no, they're not Savoys. What are they called?
What are those biscuits, Max, called that you break in for?
Oh,
I've got a teenager here.
What are they called?
What are they called?
There they are. There's a picture of them.
I'm not sure.
Oh, they're given the American name. In America, they're saltines, but they're not saltines in Australia.
Saladas. That's what they are. Yeah.
Yeah. So have you broken yours into little squares? Well done, Jules. Have you broken yours into little squares like saladas?
Yeah. Some are a bit not.
Jackie B over on Jackie's over on Facebook. She's got a ginger beer plant in the freezer at the moment. And she also answered saladas. It was a tie between Jackie over on Facebook and Jules on YouTube. But yeah, right. So they're all cut up like saladas.
They are.
I want to frost this fucker and eat it. The frosting's yummy. Well, it should be really. Just and it's not too sweet either. I don't think I'll need to worry about the salt. But I feel like I could have been a bit more creative with it because I have been watching all these shows where I don't know why I keep watching shows where people are baking sweet things, but I can't handle all the usual dramas and things and true crime shows that I love watching on Netflix. They're just too. I just want mindless food shows. Mm. But I keep.
Actually, I'm not OCD. I'm quite the opposite. Rick's asking if I'm OCD because I cut them all into little bits. No, look, because I've got lots of shitty bits too. I just showed you the good bit.
See, I just would not smash, but I would have just broken that off in random shards.
Yeah, and I think it's better to do that. The oven cooked it a little bit randomly, like the outside bits are much nicer. They're more cooked.
This is cooked enough in the blast chiller to, I think. It's still slightly warm, but at the end of the day, we could sit here for an hour and wait for it to be fully cooled down.
You're going to be able to push it out? Push!
That's what she said.
I growl at my boys for saying that.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't growl at them for quoting The Office. All right, so pre-decorating. Hang on, I'll actually take it out of the little thing so you can fully. I'm not going to promise it's going to be arty or anything like that. But I'm just going to. I seriously don't think I've ever done this in my life. I really don't think I've ever frosted anything.
Rick's waiting for you to cop it in the face.
It's so thick that it's only just emerging out the end. Oh, we've had enough. No.
Oh. You had a blowout.
Damn.
Oh, well,
All right.
get a knife.
Now it just looks like a cupcake with a little chocolate poo on the top of it. Hang on. What can I sculpt it with? A little fork?
Fork it.
My little ducky fork from my childhood. It seriously looks like a little dog turd on a cupcake. In fact, it's melting too. I'm just going to leave it like it is. Do a turd on a cupcake. Nailed it.
No, you need to cut it in half for us so we can see the middle of it.
Yeah, well, that's why I regret not sticking a surprise in the middle. That's what I was saying before with all these sugar rush type shows. Is that I think you'll be amazed at how moist and divine this looks.
You could put a blob of jam in it. Oh, nice. Actually, very pretty.
Isn't it? Oh, the little turdy bit just fell off. I'm going to use my Tupperware piping bag and I will pipe the other ones, but
Mm. 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 Mm.
mm,
Mm. Mm.
yum. These are so good. This is
Another
exactly
one to look at.
It tastes exactly like a chocolate mud cake, brownie cupcake.
Put some cream on it.
That is so good. Oh my God. Guilt-free. It's gluten-free, no added sugar, low carb, non-dairy, grain-free.
Poor Rick is feeling dirty watching you. Go and take a shower, Rick.
Oh, that's so good. Seriously, that's yeah. It's like I said, I'm not really huge on desserty things, but in the past, my favorite thing, if I was going to eat any cakey kind of thing, was a mud cake. Especially if it was a really dark one, and so it was more bitter and more cocoa-y than sugary. Just that really almost jet black, rich mud cake, and then you could, put some fresh raspberries or whatever you were going to do to pop it. Yeah, they are amazing, and it's light. It's really fluffy.
Oh, cool! Because I don't like cake, but I might eat that.
Well, I mean, it's only a cupcake, so they're only little. And what was it? Almond meal, xylitol, cocoa powder, baking soda. That's it.
You make it yourself.
You could easily. I'm going to go to 180 Cakes. I think they make these for people that are who don't want to have to buy any baking products. They can just have, like a pack and bake, I think, and just convenience. Maybe it's not bakey generally, but we'll find out what these cost. Yeah, the ingredients. I mean, I wouldn't use xylitol. I'd use the monk fruit sweetener that I've got, which is really nice.
I've never used it.
Yeah, I've never used it before either. I actually got it in a subscription box before I went keto. And when I went keto and they kept mentioning sweeteners, I was like, oh, and monk fruit is one of the... So I'll find out how much these cost. $16. I mean, technically, if I'd used a cupcake pan, I would have definitely got the 12. So $16 for 12 cupcakes, that's pretty good value. And you've only got to add, 3 eggs, milk, coconut oil, or butter.
Nice.
They are really nice. I recommend those 180 Cakes if you see those anywhere.
180 cakes.
Cool. For anyone who's gluten-free, keto, dairy, lactose intolerant, all these fucking things that people are these days. But if you're any of those things, you can eat these and they're delicious.
Nice.
Right. Well, that was a good session. I'll just jump back over to Facey and say goodbye. See, Alana says my cupcake looks delicious.
They did look delicious.
That's what he said.
Oh.
I love that your boys. I can't believe you tell your boys off for quoting The Office, like one of the most brilliant fucking TV
it's
shows.
It's not so much the quote. It is the dirty innuendo that goes with it. I mean, I haven't got the filthiest brain in the world, but
look, it looks like a mud cake, Lady Peg says. It tasted like one. I'm a much more delicate eater than Nigella. Yeah, I didn't do the whole, No. And that's nice, Ozzy. He's given us the keto numbers for tonight's draw.
Nice.
21, 5, 14, 65, and 22. There should be at least one more number. Yeah, so Richard just said the same thing, one more number. I know that's 6 numbers, isn't it, when the balls drop? That's what she said. So I think the boys are picking up on that innuendo. It's genius.
Yeah, they're genius.
You're in a house full of lads. What do you honestly expect?
We have a chat group that they call the fucking fuckers. That's our family chat and Snapchat. And they have a competition to see who can get the dirtiest meme and put up there to send mum into a tailspin. I do not buy it. I just don't.
Tell Henry to find me on Facebook. I can flick him heaps of memes. So he'll win all the meme awards.
He'll teach you a few himself.
I bet. But the fucking fuckers. I'm in a messenger chat with 2 other YouTube creators, and we're called the Boggers, and I don't know why. And I named us. Like there must have been talk about someone had to go into a poo or something.
Michael's first boat when he was not first, but when they were rowing together, they named their boat the Knob Goblin. And it was actually on the side of it. They raced it
as the Knob Goblin.
As the Knob Goblin.
Nice. I did an episode of my Smooth Criminal podcast. The topic was boats, and I came across a website that had some of the funniest names, and I can't think of any of them now. Some people have come up with some hilarious names for boats, and not there were some high-end sort of cruisers and yachts, but they tended to be slightly wanky. But just your daggy, cute little 10-footer, 12-footer sort of putt-putt kind of boats. Some of them had the most fantastic names.
I know, and they're clever.
Tugboats have got some cool names as well. Well, that was fun, Nell.
That's good fun.
So what are we going to cook next time?
We haven't done that cheesecake yet.
Oh, we haven't.
We haven't.
I'll have to go back through Messenger and get that little recipe that you sent me, because I've got those frozen Anzacs, the horrible ones. Well, they weren't horrible, but I just don't know, because it's a no-bake one.
How long will it take?
Well, no, but as a base.
No, but you bake the base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you do bake the base, because it's just almond meal and like xylitol.
Maybe I'll use those Anzacs, the keto Anzacs. Maybe I'll use them for a different cheesecake down the track. But it'd be fun to do that. But we need to do something, because that's really just largely going to be in the chill blast thing, isn't it?
Well, you're a chill blaster because you've got a schmancy one.
I have. Well, my fridge has. The other thing I've ordered, which won't be a cooking show like this, but maybe next week I might do one of the keto one of my favorite keto casseroles because they're so good, like insanely. I cook a lot of food for my sister, and she came down here one night not long after I started keto, and I did this chicken casserole, and she was like, "My God, this is one of the best things I've eaten in my life."
Oh,
and it's just this super easy keto friendly. But I made one the other night, a keto casserole that I was so excited about. It had Italian sausages in it, and I just don't think I can eat sausages anymore. Way too rich.
That's what she said.
Yeah, secretly. That was when you delivered the punchline straight back over the. That's why I love you, Nell. Now, okay, dear knob gobblers, Rick. I judge people by their boat names. Endless summer is more down the road from me. It's fucking autumn, dickhead. Yes, Jules, I will. I'll do the keto casserole because it is so good. And there's also a tuna one if people like tuna, which I do. There's a tuna and celery and chili casserole. Oh my God, it is delightful. If you're into tuna, if you don't like tuna, you'll hate it. But
what kind of tuna? Like fresh tuna? Tin
no,
tuna?
No, the tin tuna. Yeah, like
I like tin tuna.
In captivity cooking. I know if I had tuna, I'd do the tuna sashimi. I do ceviche with sashimi grade tuna. It is the best thing ever. And it freaks people out because it's got pineapple in it. And they're like, that's going to be disgusting. And it is so good.
Oh, yeah, because I do that. I don't do pineapple in things.
No, but I don't tell anyone it's got pineapple in it. And they eat the ceviche and then they're like, what's in it? And then I tell them and they're like, there was pineapple. It's the tiny amount and it's really finely chopped. You wouldn't even know it's in there, but it's
no.
I love sashimi grade tuna just to look at it. And
Hill Street store had some amazing tuna in there the other day.
Yeah, we get a pretty limited range down here. I normally, if I do sashimi, I usually get the tuna from the punts, like from Mako.
Yeah. Or the Fishman. The Fishman's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But any of those punts, if they've got it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Same with if it's got fresh Moreton Bay bugs, I always grab them too. But yum! But yeah, I'll do this chicken casserole. So maybe we'll do if you're around next Saturday, if you're not going anywhere, whatever we're cooking for dinner on Saturday night.
Sounds good. That sounds really good. Actually, it's a good idea.
I'm really happy with both of those things that I've made. A, I can't believe they both came out of packets. B, I can't believe they're keto. And C, can't believe how good they were. That bread is so good. And do you like my bit of styling? Can you see it sitting in the...
Very pretty in the background. That's lovely.
And these little guys, moist.
Lovely little moist morsels.
Yeah, I just have to decant the frosting into I know my Tupperware piping bag is strong and I'll decorate these. But yeah, these are fantastic. So I'm really thrilled. What about you? Are you happy with both of your family traditions?
Yeah, no, the crackers are cracking. They're great.
Actually, here's a challenge. We'll do what we're doing for dinner next week, but we also have to do either a retro dessert or a retro appetizer. And by that, I mean, have you got old recipe books from the 70s? Yeah. All right. Are you up for that?
That's a good idea. Yeah, sounds good. That's a good idea.
Awesome sauce.
Moist morsel. That's right, Rich. We've got it.
That's not the note we're ending on. Is whale from keto? Yeah, it would be for sure. It would be very keto because that's the thing. I'm going to have to find keto-friendly retro dishes.
Yeah.
I think I'll do the keto. The main course we can do whatever we want, but I think we need to do a really quirky 70s but if we're going to go retro, like, because that can span all decades, but maybe aim for something from the 70s.
70s. I'm from the 70s.
Yeah. Well, I emerged from my mother's womb in the late 60s, but I really was a child in the 70s. Hey, you were late 70s. You're late 70s, though.
I am. I'm 77.
Yeah, whereas my childhood, I was actually, because we're exactly 10 years apart in age, but my childhood, I was definitely a kid of the 70s. I mean, I was a baby in the 60s. So I have no memory of the 60s at all, although I do love 60s fashion.
Oh, 50s. 50s fashion is good.
I've got 50s dresses, and I keep thinking when I go live, I'm like, put on a dress, get all dressed up, but I just such. I want to gravitate towards 50s. You could wear it better than me. Doesn't suit. I'm much better in the A-line 60s knee-high boots kind of stuff. That's my look. Whereas you could pull off the 50s because you've got to be small to have the little. Like my 50s dresses have all got, big skirts and I love them, but they just look stupid on me.
No.
I've stopped buying them. I don't have many, but the ones I've got I love, but I just don't wear them. I just look at them.
You're pretty.
Women's
dinner.
Oh, now there's a suggestion by Jules. She's saying put the ingredients up before so we can have what we need to cook with you. That's a good idea.
Good idea.
If you work out your menu and I work out mine, we can put advance notice because we can definitely do that in the description, both on YouTube and on Facebook. And Jules should. I am going straight to the Women's Weekly cookbooks, for God's sake. That's exactly where I'm going. And they'll place it up as badly as they are. Don't you think eating dolphin should be something we try in our lifetime? I do. And let's talk about that next time in the Shitty Kitty Kitchen. Sashimi dolphin, yay or nay? Or, can you do a dolphin noise?
No.
I used to be able to. I can't remember how you do it. Oh, well, I'll just do a seal. Oh.
On that note.
Thanks for hanging out with me, Nell. Richard, thanks for jumping up with your recipe. Thanks to everyone on Facebook. Thanks to everyone on YouTube. Stay safe, stay groovy. See you soon. Bye, everyone.